Firewall Dragon. Welcome back to the pile, and we were at Konami Community Day number 2, Electric Boogaloo. I'll just leave this Mystic Fighter's box opening to run in the background. They actually gave us a box to open and the box of Duel Devastator to open to run a little mini tournament. So I'll be showcasing a whole bunch of different stuff that we did and things that took part during that day. The most important of which I'm sure that you're clicking on this video and joining for, of course, is the interview with Konami themselves, and it was pretty interesting. It's a little bit less gameplay oriented this time and more so to do with product and events. So this is a really cool thing that's been happening regularly over the course of the last couple of community days, and I hope it's a trend that we will continue just for as long as ever, really. So being able to either, you know, liaise our concerns and our questions to the company itself, and then get some answers about like some more clarity regarding like just some issues, how YCSs are run, like different like kind of gameplay related things that, you know, people kind of like generally concern themselves with. These are all like really super important things, and it's great to have like a bit more of a dialogue, I guess, with the company itself. So that's really cool, and I just hope that we get to keep this up for the future. So yeah, please make sure that you do support the video and stuff, and share it around, and like and all that kind of stuff, because it is really important that that this gets highlighted for more opportunities in the future. Now, that's probably the main important thing that took place, and probably the main bulk of this video. So that will be probably coming up after this section next, after this little Mystic Fighter box gets opened. Thereafter, I will probably showcase a little bit of the gameplay that took place with myself. I'm just saying, yeah, boy, did pretty good. So that's pretty exciting. Let me tell you something. Inspect the Border is an absolute boy. So that's the tournament, which takes place, I guess, roughly about 2 hours or so, and then I think after that I will show you a Chaos Impact Special Edition pack opening as well thereafter. So that's really exciting. There is the Striker Dragon promo, which is the most important thing, I think, from that set, most impactful meta related card. So I will be opening a couple of packs of that. There's a whole bunch of other goodies and stuff that we were given, like the Fnatic accessories, which we'll go into more detail during the interview. Make sure you come and check out some of my streams during next week. I won't be there this weekend because I'll be at YCS Milan doing the coverage and commentary. Make sure you come and hang out in the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Twitch there and check me out and give me support. But yeah, I'll be giving away a lot of those goodies and stuff, and it should be really fun. I hope to see you guys there, and I guess that's pretty much most of the contents of this video. Hope you enjoy. Again, make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and see you there. Welcome back to Konami Community Day number 2. Go ahead and tell us a bit about yourself and what you do here.
Yeah, so I'm Dom Galizia, and I am the Senior Marketing Manager for Europe and its territories.
Perfect.
Nice to meet you.
So today you're going to be answering a couple of questions about regarding like products, events, and that kind of stuff. Just to give you guys a little bit more of an idea of how things are run here behind the scenes and how things like actually play out in practice. First question is with regards to the feature matches at YCS and stuff. As you guys have seen, like some of the really top quality esports level coverage that we've got in recent years from Konami EU, and it's been a real pleasure to see. One minor gripe I would say that we would have is maybe after we've had like a really quick match or something, do you guys have maybe any plans for like backup feature matches if anything like happens like too quickly, just to like fill in the time in between rounds?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously something that we're looking into. It would be great to have a contingency in place that, you know, should a match at the YCS finish within 15 minutes, for example, that we're giving the viewer another match to look at, to enjoy from the same round. In short, yes, we're very much looking to have a contingency in place.
When it comes to setting up a YCS and bringing everything together, what would you tell us, just to maybe familiarize ourselves with it, the exact like process that you guys go through when it comes to like choosing location, picking a venue, and then obviously hosting the whole thing and putting it all together?
Yeah, so there's a lot of things to consider, and planning takes place months and months in advance of any particular YCS, for example. And a few things we have to think about are security, size, accessibility, and whether or not it would just run smoothly in terms of an event. We're also looking at things like the location, so that we're trying to give a more enjoyable experience in general to people that would attend one of our premier events.
Speaking about the upcoming YCSs, so we've got Europe is due, I believe, its final one. Could you tell us a little bit about the next European YCS and when it could be or where it is?
So I can tell you that we are looking into it very much so, and that we are planning one, if that helps.
Okay, so we will be definitely getting one. Watch this space, and we should be having some kind of an update for you guys within the next couple weeks or so. We've seen a lot of promotional things happen at the local level, which is great to see. And the big thing that really pops out to me is the Lost Art promotional cards that you guys made, like Monster Reborn, the alternative arts and stuff like that. Those things are really cool to see. What was the idea behind that, and how did you guys come to bring that to fruition?
So yeah, I mean, the Lost Art promotion is really something that I'm really fond of as well. Actually, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh fan, and obviously, for example, the 20th anniversary Monster art box that's been released in Japan, it's really a celebration of just how diverse and how many different types of card artworks we have. So it's a celebration of that, and more importantly, making them accessible to people in our territories. So we're just wanting people to have a way to access certain artworks, if you like.
When it comes to supporting the company and how much the players are invested in the merchandise and how cool and stuff, all the amazing artwork in Yu-Gi-Oh is, do you guys have any plans for maybe getting us more t-shirts or apparel or pins and that kind of stuff, these kind of accessories for players to be able to purchase?
So merchandising isn't something that we would handle here directly at the Windsor HQ. That's not really our remit. It is something that we would like to see, and I'm adamant that they're working on it extremely hard to make more and more merchandise available.
A lot of players who end up playing the game take a bit more of affinity, not towards the actual playing the game itself. For those of you who are aware, and if you've been to tournaments, you've seen plenty of people and staff who help out at the events. A big role actually is judging. And when it comes to judging, there is a process that which players can go through in order to become a judge and help people out at events and stuff. What is exactly the way that you can actually go down that path as a player?
So we have a website available which outlines the process a little bit. We're going to send you the details for the link so you can include that. And basically what that does is it gives a familiarity to the person approaching the program, highlights what is in the program, and gives an outline as to what they can expect should they join that program.
And will we be seeing a bit more of a sort of new player-friendly way of getting down that judge path? Because it is quite a daunting thing, and Yu-Gi-Oh is a very complicated game at times. Is there a way for players that you guys are thinking of putting in place, more of a simpler way to help players get on board, through a buddy system or mentoring?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that has been highlighted for some time. We're actually initiating some sort of mentorship, if you like, at YCSs, where experienced judges are taking a lead and giving the newer judges a way of supporting them, basically. And what we want to do by having that is so that we're nurturing them and encouraging the judges and making sure that they're having an enjoyable experience judging, because it is something that a lot of people involved in the community actually go down that route.
The Local Legend Duelist series is something that's ran for the last year or so. However, this season we didn't actually get to see it take place. And for a lot of players, that was kind of a disappointment. Or we're just wondering, is there something new on the horizon? Do you have anything to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the LLDS series is obviously, as you said, an ongoing program, if you like, for the past few seasons. And it is something that we have looked at and addressed and considered that we wanted to reinvigorate a little bit. And quite honestly, we want to do so in a way that is an enjoyable experience for the community. And we will be doing so, and we will be addressing that. And then, if you like, with a refresh and making sure that the people that do participate in that are having a more positive experience.
I personally would love to see would be the equivalent of what America has, for example, a UDS. Do you think that's maybe something that we could see as a possibility in Europe?
I think there are some differences in the markets, and it is something that we have considered. We do have the OTS program in Europe, which is something where stores get heavily involved with their local communities and really support their local community and player base, if you like. And in short, we're always looking to keep that experience as enjoyable as possible. Will it be the UDS program specifically? I'm not 100% sure that I could say yes, but what I would say is that we're always looking to improve the programs that we run and make the experience as enjoyable as possible, as I keep saying.
One of the great things about playing this game itself is the ability to make a name for yourself and to come out of nowhere and have like a hot season. And for many players, they've managed to achieve this year after year. Would there ever be a chance that we would see some kind of like a Hall of Fame or some kind of like an official recognition for certain players who really ascended past the level of like champion that we would see at a YCS, for example?
Well, this is something that for sure I would personally like to see, which is a way of highlighting the evolution of the game and, if you like, showcasing the different decks used per year and what sort of theme was very prominent at any specific time point. I think it would be great to have something that highlights this at one of our premier events in the future. So I think, yes, this would be something that we would consider quite openly.
Well, there you have it. Just a brief overview of some of the events and marketing that takes place here. Thank you so much to Dom for joining me today. As I said before, the link to the first interview will be in the description if you missed that one, so make sure you keep up to date with that. And any links that we've mentioned here, like the judge program and stuff, you'll be able to find down below. So thank you again for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
We will see you for the next one, hopefully. Take care.
Normal inspector border.
Okay.
That one.
Wow, lucky me.
I did
Activate the fusion. Summon her by fusing a dragon. And the dragon made monster. Wow. Combo normal summon inspector border. Attack. Oh, 2000. Attack over. Pass to you.
Take this one. Dragon Reveal. And then one dragon my deck to the grave.
Oh wow. Board outed.
Thank you.
Specify graveyard.
12.
Thanks, mate.
Draw.
Oh, I got a special Cyber
Summon my own balancer lord.
Quite a lot of these.
Oh, I got one of
Thanks to
these.
the kitchen. She literally just
get
sorted the
banished.
entire thing out. Kitchen and
Dragons. Like I was just like, that's
Attack
your
for
one
game,
GG.
yeah,
Good game.
have nothing.
Normal effect order.
Okay.
Clear an attack. Best card, right?
It's so good.
It's destroyed.
Yeah.
Activate
Maybe
super
Sigma?
polymerization.
Okay.
I discard one card.
Target.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Activate Sigma effect. Special
No, I
summon.
don't.
When it vanishes.
I thought you could use it from your hand.
No, you can't use from hand. Tribute summon Jinzo. Special. Is that okay?
I can't use it because it's Jinzo and game.
Game.
Yep, nothing I can do.
Jinzo, too good.
Negated my
This is
attack.
all track.
I've got nothing. I've got nothing.
And to round off our little segment here, we have 2 boxes of the Chaos Impact Special Edition, and this contains the promo card, hopefully one of them does, the Scrap Wyvern. I might have called it the Striker Dragon earlier in the video, whoops-a-daisy if I did, but this is Chaos Impact, 2 boxes here, available on the 5th or 6th of December, I believe, sometime next week. And let's get this open and see if we can just get ourselves a Scrap Wyvern. Here we are with the Scrap Wyvern. Oh yes. Alright boys, we got ourselves a Scrap Wyvern. Alright. Now, let's just take a quick little read at this before we move on. Scrap Wyvern is 2 monsters, including a Scrap Monster. So Scrap Recycler is going to be what you're using. And any extender, I believe, lets you target the scrap in your grave and special summon it, and then just destroy a card you control. If another's face-up scrap is destroyed by a card effect while you control this, except during the damage step, special scrap monster from your deck, then destroy 1 card on the field. You can only use this effect of Scrap Wyvern once per turn. Yeah, so basically it goes like something along the lines of like summon Scrap Recycler, bin like Harp, make your extender, bring this out, and pretty much you just go from there and you kind of go a little bit bananas. We also get Dragon Maid Send Off. I'm not sure how good this one is, but hopefully it's some kind of decent support for the deck, because right now it feels very weak. So Send Off says target a Dragon Maid you control, special Dragon Maid from your hand with a different name in defense, and if you do, return target monster to the hand. The special summon monster cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects until the end of the next turn. So it's not like the greatest support ever, but the way I can see this working is, let's say you like summon red, get a guy, go to the battle phase, target red to special a guy from your hand, and then bounce the red to your hand. You can like chain red's effect to like special the guy from your hand and summon a big dragon, so you basically get 2 guys on board. Not gonna double check and see if that actually works, but that's the first combo that comes to my mind having read this for the very first time. So I don't know, maybe that's as good as it gets. So maybe we should leave all the packs till the end, and then we'll just like pull another, like see what the rest of the promos are. So the promos here are, I thought I didn't get a pack there for promos. Oh yes, Battle Shogun Shien. I think this guy just by himself lets you put like 9,000 counters on Gateway or something like that. Oh boy, Battle Shogun. He's really crazy. Just go on YouTube and just search like Battle Shogun combos, and you'll see exactly what I mean. It's 2 monsters, including a 6 Sam. This is link summon, discard a card, and add from your deck to your hand. A card that has effect that places a Bushido counter on it. So you can search Gateway. You can only use this effect of Battle Shogun Shien once per turn. Each time a 6 Sam is normal special to a zone this points to, place a Bushido counter on this card, and it gains 100 for each. Oh yes. This guy basically just lets you do crazy loops with Gateway and stuff like that. It's just really nuts. Armory Call. You can add an equip spell from your deck to your hand. Then you can equip it to one appropriate monster you control. You can only activate it once per turn. Nothing really jumps out at me immediately for the uses of this guy, but man, we definitely got the 2 promos we were super interested in: Battle Shogun Shien and Scrap Wyvern. Now for the packs, we have 6 altogether, so let's see just exactly what we can get. In here, we've got the Armor Dragon, Brennier, Protocol Gardener, Monster Express, Bounty for our Ultra, very cool. Escape of the Unchained, the Arrow Mage monster, and a Marine Cess trap cards. Still trying to pull blue tangs one day. DD Patrol Plane, Burning Shell, Sea Angel, What Train, a Mandarin. I always mispronounce her. And of course, Gorgon of the Evil-Eyed. She's very good in that deck, which I don't know if that's saying a lot, but for Evil-Eye support, she's actually pretty neat. She's definitely pretty neat. It's much better than having a Link 3. I think Link 3 in a deck that literally just normal summons is pretty, oof, you know what I'm saying? Galactic Spyro Dragon, if you checked out Noah Bagelman's pendulum list from YCS Pasadena, you'll know exactly what crazy things he can do. Oh, but crazy things. I mean, you just make Harbinger. It's not that crazy, I suppose, but it's something different. Glad Beast United and a Crystal Heart. Bruh, every time I do a Chaos Impact thing on camera, I pull a Crystal Heart. How very sad. Wrong Marine Cess card. Double Banking. Dreamer of Chaos. Crusher Run. Mimiracool. Glad Beast Vespasius. Oh, Firewall Dragon. Wrong Firewall, but I think this is one of the first Link 5 monsters, maybe even the first Link 5 monsters that we have ready for like competitive play. Wrong Firewall. Oh, that's Firewall. Oh god. Do you remember this time last year we were all crying and complaining about Firewall, and here we are now. Here we are now, aren't we, boys? Oh, how times have changed. Brutal Dozer, Comeback, Gardener wins. Another Crystal Heart. Oh my gosh. I pull these things like it's my job, dude. Like, oh my god. Am I gonna get another Crystal Heart in here as well? Double Banking, What Train, Velonix, Collider. By the way, Cyber's Vanilla Monster. Just like I know I pulled one earlier, but like it's so random. Oh, we got a Rakia, the Unchained Rare, and Galaxy Satellite Dragon. Alright, it's a super that isn't Marine Cess Crystal Heart at least. So. Alright, basically what we learned today is Firewall is back. And most important, of course, Battle Shogun Shien and Scrap Wyvern. These are pretty cool cards to get from these. So again, big shout out to Konami. Thank you so much for inviting me over. Hopefully we get more interviews and just awesome general community stuff in the future. Comment, like, and subscribe as always, boys. Thank you. Make sure you share, etc. And see ya next time.